Okay, we're rolling. Go ahead,
Hi,
Billy.
how are you?
Pretty good.
What are your names?
Naomi.
You looked at each other like you had to make sure. Okay.
I'm Naphtali.
Okay, I see a pretty aggressive sign. Like, what are you doing here? What do you think? What's happening?
We're just here to show that we are in support of the Second Amendment, and we don't think it's right for the government to make laws that take our right away.
So you feel like the law, specifically what Governor Cuomo put through with the legislature in New York, you feel like that's
Yeah, it's
contrary.
unacceptable. I mean, the gun laws in New York are already too strict,
Right.
and this just makes them even worse.
So do you think there should be any restrictions on magazine capacity or types of weapons? Or
No, I don't think there should be any restrictions.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Right.
Well, let me ask you, there's not a lot of women here, but there are some, and you are obviously here supporting gun rights. Why do you think a woman needs to own a gun?
Same reason a man does, to protect yourself.
Now you say protect yourself. Are you mainly concerned about protecting yourself against criminals and people coming into your house, or is it there's something broader going on?
No, it's to protect yourself against anyone who wants to harm you, whether that's a thug on the street or whether that's a government that wants to take away your rights.
Isn't the government here to protect us and give us the good life and look out for us? No.
The government needs to be restricted because it sounds like a good idea, but the more government you have, the more rights they take away.
So let me ask you, I mean, if you feel comfortable answering it, let's assume this law in New York stays and they try to enforce it. Let's just, well, I don't know, I'm not going to ask you, but let's assume that whatever you have doesn't strictly comply with the law. Are you willing to walk down to your local police station as instructed within a given time frame and turn over your weapons, or?
I'm not willing to turn over my weapons. I look into alternative things. My family at this point is seriously considering moving out of state just because we're not willing to.
Now let me ask you, so going a little further, you said moving out of state, but what happens if this becomes a national gun control act? I mean, obviously you know about the 23 executive orders that President Obama signed a few days ago. Let's assume that grows and it becomes federal legislation where it applies to the whole, let's say that what applies in New York now applies to the whole country, or something that's even more significant of an infringement on gun rights. What do you do?
There's not much you can do at this point. I try to follow the law as much as possible, but there comes a point where you do have to just make a stand and say no more.
Okay, so you don't picture yourself walking down to your local police station or to Albany and giving them whatever they're asking for?
No, I don't see myself doing that.
Great, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Yep.